Oh, hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I hope you're looking after yourselves, particularly looking after your family and friends, looking after your animals, your dogs, your putty cats, any animal you've got, and just being kind to people in the world, your world, just to make this place a better place. Today I thought I'd just do a really quick YouTube, just looking at percentage-wise, could TRX got more than XRP say in a year, and it's just food for thought only. It's not financial advice. I don't know your financial position or your financial risk tolerance or your cash position or anything like that, so just food for thought actually. So according to Crypto Slate, Tron is dedicated to building the infrastructure for a truly decentralized internet. The Tron protocol, one of the largest blockchain based operating systems, offers scalability, high availability, high therapeutic computing, supports the services as the foundation for all decentralized applications in the Tron ecosystem. And apparently it's supposed to provide better compatibility for Ethereum smart contracts through an innovative pluggable smart contract platform. So as you know, Tron went onto its own blockchain, I think it was in July of last year, 2018. It has a delegated proof of stake or DPoS algorithm. Block time, according to the stats, is 15 seconds. It is focused, its industry focus is gaming, entertainment and DApps, but obviously that focus could broaden. And according to Justin Sun, the founder, they are mainly in competition with Ethereum. Justin Sun believes that Tron is faster. They can do 2,000 transactions per second. It's a lot quicker. You don't have the mining problem that you've got with Ethereum. It actually works and so forth. Also, the market tends to understand Tron's technology more than it tends to understand Ripple's technology. And it is a cryptocurrency that tends to have a fairly high profile. And Justin Sun does have a fairly large Twitter following as well. So if we go to the next slide, we go to coin market cap. According to that today, the cryptocurrency is at 0.022660. Its total supply when it did issue initially was 100 bill. Now it's down to 99 bill, odd, because they do have coin burn just like XRP. They have circulating supply, which is around 66.6 bill, which obviously the difference would sit obviously with the founder and also the foundation of Tron and the advisors and whatnot to the initial ICO. Tron does have a lot of volume going through. It does have high liquidity, and again, it's on a lot of different exchanges. So if you look at the exchange it's on probably about, it's on well over 100 exchanges. It has 164 different pairs that trade on these exchanges. It's one of the most prolific cryptocurrencies out there in the sense that it is on a lot of exchanges with a lot of pairs to trade. Excluding XRP, it has more than anyone else. So XRP has 315 pairs to trade on quite a lot of exchanges, well over 100, 150 or so. Tron has come a long way very quickly. They went onto their own blockchain in July with no problems at all, no administration problems, no technology issues. Everything they said they were going to do happened. It all went very, very thoroughly. There didn't seem to be any quirks than what I could see. Not like, say, EOS, which is, literally it was a technology basket case initially. They didn't get it up and working for about 6 to 8 weeks. Plus, then they had administration problems with getting quorums and this sort of thing. But Tron seemed to go very, very well. I think Tron, Justin Sun, particularly the founder, is a very, very smart business operator. There is no doubt in my mind. When you look at BitTorrent, for example, he's been able to monetize BitTorrent, which is a very smart move with their own coin. They're effectively paying Tron to be on Tron's platform. And the smart thing is Justin Tron didn't dilute the holders of Tron cryptocurrency to do this. Also, when Justin Sun bought BitTorrent, I think it cost him around 125 US dollars, and Neo at the same time was trying to buy that asset, and Neo was prepared to pay $170 million. Now, Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, basically held BitTorrent to contract, got him to sign a contract earlier than his competitors. And this in itself, as far as I'm concerned, shows that Justin Sun is a very, very smart operator indeed. Not only did he pay less for the asset of BitTorrent, he also got them to sign a contract quicker than anyone else. And held them to that contract. Now, Tron has gone from literally 0 nodes to 1,346, which is a lot more than any other crypto. And what's important about that is the more nodes you have, the less chance of a 51% attack. Okay, where a hacker or a bad player or a bad actor actually gets 51% control of your network. So if you look at their nodes, they keep adding to their nodes. They have, super representation as well. And, they, according to Tron, do transactions per second of 2,000, which is a lot. Okay. Also, going forward, they're very close to putting on 200 new apps, DApps, and they're actually offering developers, benefits for coming on the Tron network rather than the Ethereum network. And as I said, Justin Tron sees himself as in competition with Ethereum. And we know that Ethereum has had many hacks. They've had forks, and even the forks like Ethereum Classic have been hacked as well. Okay, so, as far as I'm concerned, very, very smart guy. He's got the goods. People might be negative to this fellow because he, beefs up, some information and people get the wrong idea. But the reality is he's not yet 30. He's only 29. He studied under Jack May, the founder of Alibaba. The guy is, seriously smart. He's done a master's in all sorts of things, at the University of Pennsylvania and in China. He knows a lot of hugely wealthy people and is very well connected. And he basically was the CEO of the largest voice streaming app in China, and again has been placed in Forbes in the 30 under list for consumer technology and the most up and coming young person in technology. He even worked for Ripple, and I think to some degree the market is actually discounting his shrewdness for business and his business acumen. But also the market certainly discounted, the crypto market discounted the connection with Baidu. Now, the fact is, Justin Sun and Tron have a connection with Baidu, which I think is seriously important. The market just seemed to flick it over because it wasn't the sort of connection they wanted. But, Baidu, let's put it in context, Baidu is one of the world's largest internet company by revenue, and it's growing fast, and it's in China, where the population is 1.4 billion. And also the move from peasantry to the middle class is very quick and very fast. And the middle class is something like 400 to 600 mil, which will obviously go onto the internet. So Tron has done a lot of things very, very quickly. They tend to be running like other cryptocurrencies are really taking their time and haven't done a lot over the last couple of years. And these guys are going places as far as I'm concerned. This is not investment advice, but they are doing all the right things as far as I'm concerned. Just recently, as you know, Tron hires an SEC professional to head up their compliance, a fellow called David Lampart. And this fellow's been, working in finance for a long time, knows all about the regulatory environment, knows about the Security Exchange Commission itself, knows exactly what's required. And again, Lambert said that he's really, happy to join Tron because, he has a passion for technology and the finance industry, and he can couple both passions. And he's very, very excited about Justin's passion for the long-term view of the benefits and potentials of impact of this new technology. So just going back to what I said initially about percentage-wise, could Tron go up more than XRP in a year? I'm saying it's probable, absolutely. I'm not saying this is investment advice. It's just food for thought only. But, if we looked at Tron's price today at 0.023 and say XRP at 0.33, in a year's time, if we assume that Tron would say 0.27 and XRP 3.87 or so, Again, percentage return for Tron 1074%, Ripple around the same, XRP I should have around the same. If we assume that, say, TRX got up to 1 and say XRP was, say, the same, you know, we've got literally a return, you know, 4,000 odd compared to 1,000 odd. So look, it is just food for thought. This is not financial advice by any means of the imagination. I just want you to think about it as education and, you know, certainly food for thought. Anyway, I've got the disclaimer there, not financial advice, all that sort of thing. I hope you're well. Please do look after yourselves, look after your family and friends, look after your putty cats, your dogs, your animals, and just generally people in the world coming to your world just to make this place a better place. Thank you, Susie, and I hope you're well.